Yeah, welcome viewers. It's me once again, your man Zion Links, known as the Bennett is in one. But let's flow with Zion Links. What do we have today? What do we have to discuss today? Probably we might be able to do a couple of topics today, but one very important one I have on mind is the EFCC equivalent of Nigeria. The EFCC director of Guinea-Bissau of Guinea. I don't know if it's Bissau. I have to double check that. That has been flying on the internet, going viral. His case of 400 sex tapes. So I've been watching a lot of vloggers do review on this, and I believe they are not doing justice to this case. People are being too sentimental and then sensationalizing the whole issue, focusing on the wrong thing, while the true victims are being unjustly victimized again the second time. So what am I trying to say? From the case, from the way it was portrayed, the way I heard it, most of what's his name again? Baltasar Ebang. It's Ebang Engonga, or just a second. Let me be so sure so that I will be able to tell you exactly. Baltasar Ebang Engonga. Baltasar Ebang Engonga. That's the name. Baltasar Ebang Engonga. So, Baltasar Ebang Engonga, the crime director of Guinea. In one word to describe him, this is a monster. This is somebody, a wicked, the devil in person. This has nothing to do with gender. This is a monster. Went out on a wild goose chase. On preying on innocent people. So the case, I want to go to the court case. See, people are trying to see this case as somebody, a promiscuous, a banger who engaged himself with unfaithful women who cheated on their husband. No, that's wrong. These women, you see the pattern, and then you understand. You don't have to be a detective, a professional detective. Just mere hearing this case, looking at these victims, and looking at locations where this sexcapades took place, you will understand that this case is a criminal case. It's a case. And also look some of the videos and the pictures. Look at the faces of his victims. They don't. It doesn't look like their faces doesn't look like somebody who is consensually enjoying that engagement. You can see the expressions on their face. So what am I trying to say? People are missing this. This is a total case of blackmail, extortion, and abuse. His victims are wives of office holders, ministers, police director, inspector general of police. These are the wives. So how can you, if I was to be a detective and I want to see the motive of these women, and you won't really find any. You can't say because they are sex-starved in their home, which might probably be, but it's most unlikely. And you cannot say it's because of monetary monetary gain that they engage. No, these are wives of men in office that are well-to-do, that have good earnings. So what am I trying to say? The fact that the husbands of these men are in office are most likely, that their husbands are most likely to have involved themselves in economic crime, financial crime. And this Baltasar Ebang used the position of his office to blackmail, intimidate, and abuse these women. As a minister, we notice one that is going on in Nigeria, the former president of Kogi State now, being pressured by the economic crime director. This man obviously used, because I heard some people saying, okay, the fact that the ladies were there, or the women were there, and they saw the setting up of the camera, that it was consensual. Since they saw it and they saw the setting of the camera, that means they agreed to the recording. Who does that? That's not true. It's not true. It can't be true. Not for one, not for two, not for three, not for four, not five. We are counting to 50, we are counting to 100, we are counting to up to 400. And you say, because they are there, cameras have been set up, it's consensual. It's not. Even, just imagine it, even if the act is consensual, how many women will consent to being taped while in a sexual intercourse, especially in some location, in office, on the office table, still having their clothes on, just him, you know what I mean, going down the pants and then doing that. That scene is obscure. So how many women are you talking that are going to, like freely consent to such act and have it videoed? So the basic fact I'm trying to establish here is that, one, very most important, everything points to the fact that these women were blackmailed into doing this. How? I will explain. If, for example, one of those ministers, as it might be the case for all of them, come under the radar of the Economic Crime Commission, and the case lands on the table of Baltasar Ebang, he calls the man to make demands from the man for him to let him go off the hook. This obviously will include monetary money being exchanging hands, and he might have demanded for him to be sure. I'm telling you the mind of a criminal. Sometimes you can just slip into the mind and just imagine scenario. That's what dictates. By so doing, you can now observe and probably understand. Going into his mind to see what probably he might have, what might have played out there is that if he seeks the cooperation of the ministers, of the men involved, of the men who their wives are involved, and he tells them one of the conditions is that the wife must come to his office and seek apology and cooperate with him. Do you understand? Do you understand how it could happen? And the wife goes to his office or wherever he makes the arrangement, wherever. wherever the location was where they did these things, and then it sets up the camera. He will tell them why he's setting up the camera, because he wants to have something in hand, so that at the end of the day, this will be his argument, that at the end of the day, so that they cannot go back and betray him and expose the fact that he was corrupt, asking anything from them. So that is why, as a sure guard, he demands this event taking place, because he is going to use it to hold them in check, because none of them will want such tape to go out. But due to the fact, depending on the weight of their crime, these women became victims. Not freely, not willingly. And it might be a case also whereby, I can't say this surely, it might be that the husband just explained this to the woman, and the wife thought, okay, I will go and beg this man. I will go and meet him. I will beg this man on behalf of my husband. And going there, truly from her mind, she was not having such scenario in mind. She was just purely going to plead on behalf of the man. And then they didn't know that they are walking into the hands of a monster. They don't know that their prey is walking into the hands of a monster. And when they got there, he made them that offer. If you want me to let your husband go, then you have to do this with me, and I'll let him go. Might be. But definitely, what I want to establish here is that these women shouldn't be shamed. People should stop victimizing them again. They are already victims of this man. There was nothing consensual about all those events that are on that tape. It was unwillingly done by these women. It is very simple. Understand who his victims are, and then you understand the pattern and what is likely. Because I tell you, government officials generally in Africa, in Nigeria, everywhere, they are corrupt, financially corrupt. They engage themselves in financial mismanagement, looting, and all that. From every office, from all office, be it the police or the senators or the ministers, they are all engaged in it. Example, the new ministers of one of them, this lady Edu of Tinubu's government. Look at the scandal that went there. Even though, just like we know, it's typical of African leaders. So their case was made open. And what happened? She has just been dismissed after how many months? After how many years? Almost more than a year or up to a year. Now she has just been relieved of her office, and that case has gone there. The money, nobody knows what has happened as to the recovered, or if the money in question were recovered or not. But what I'm trying to point out here is that the case of financial mismanagement, looting, corruption is rampant in Africa. And it is possible, very much possible, that this man used his office, the influence of his office, to prey on these women. I'm telling you, which pregnant women will willingly condescend herself, knowing she's having a baby? I tell you, this man is a monster. Stop victimizing. See, in the first place, anyone that released or leaked those videos, those people should be charged to court. If truly that it was the office, the crime commission that investigated their director, this man, and found out these tapes and they lead it. Every one of them involved should be jailed. They should be jailed. Because without proper investigation, they put these people to public shame. Especially the women. I'm not talking about the men. I'm not trying to even excuse the main reason why they got themselves into this mess, being financially corrupt in their office. I'm not excusing that, but I'm concerned about these women that are being slut-shamed by the release of these videos. I'm asking which pregnant woman who willingly subject herself to such disgrace in front of a camera. It's not plausible. So this man is a criminal. This Baltasar Ebang is a criminal. This man should be locked up and he should never see the light of the day again throughout his life. If they're going to leave him alive, he should be locked up. He should not even see the ray of the sun in his life ever again. Because he's a beast, he's a monster, he's not a human being. He is not a human being. No, he's not. So these women, see, there is even, I cannot confirm that, but I heard that one of his victims, the lady, committed suicide on this tape being released. She committed suicide. She killed herself. That is the level of damage people don't understand that they do to people. This social media we have. This lady is not supposed to be die. It's not supposed to die. If the government, if the people that are responsible in that Guinea, in that country, if the government, they are responsible, those tapes should not be anywhere in the public. Never. Should never appear in the public. They should have been destroyed after the case has been properly handled. But they let those tapes out into the public. How many more? See, some of those women are alive, but they are dead. They will be alive, but they are dead. For the rest of their life, do you know how they're going to live? Do you know how they're going to be tormented? So, if this doesn't happen, I'm telling you, this thing I said, if this man is not locked away for the rest of his life, if all those officials that are responsible for the leakage of this video are not held responsible, then that country, Guinea, should be scrapped from the nation of the world. They should not be known. It should not be, that country shouldn't be a nation. And secondly, to all my womanhood, all those womanhood feminist idiots, it is now time for you to stand by these women. It is not just to come out and be calling out, you know, like dossier and blah, 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 whatever rubbish you people are ranting there on the social media of cases that didn't concern you. This is where your voice are needed. You people in that country, all the women in that country should go out and stand on behalf of all these women that were victims to these men and seek justice for these women. And seek that every single video copy of those tapes should be destroyed and should never see the light of the day again. And anybody that ever displayed that video, those videos again in the public, should be held responsible, jailed. That is what the women should do. The whole feminists, the whole womanhood, the whole women champion fighting for women rights, girl child right. This is your job now. This is what you are supposed to do. You all should go out and hold the government of Guinea responsible. Hold them responsible till they do the needful. till these women get justice. These women are victims. No one should slut shame these women. They are not what is that. My second thought is even that they are doing this, releasing this video might be a way of distracting, pulling attention from the real case, and at the end of the day, this Baltasar Ebang will go scot-free, because as I heard, his father is also one of the strong influencer politicians in that country. So it might be possible they are doing this, slut shaming these women now by releasing this tape and diverting attention, and at the end of the day, the case will die down. Every woman, if you have a womb, in you that has carried a baby or that can carry a baby, you should go out there and speak for these women that are being slut shamed. They are not what they are being portrayed to be. They are not. These women are not. Not 50, not 70, not 100, not 300, not 400 women. They all cannot be slaughtered with one man, just one man. So I want you all to understand what is happening. Anybody that is reasonable should fight for this just cause. These women, I'm not speaking about their men. I'm not talking about their men. Because most probably, to 99%, they are the people that brought their wife into this predicament. I'm not also trying to excuse what the women did. I'm not saying it's excusable, but all I'm trying to say here is that they are victims that were preyed on by this monster. They are victims. They should be protected. I believe they've suffered enough. Even if they have done any wrong, I believe they've been punished enough. Nobody should punish them any longer by slut shaming them on the internet. If one of them have committed suicide, it is enough. It is enough for you to understand that the world should stand up for these women. They shouldn't be further, they shouldn't be slut shamed, victimized again. So, one, this man, this monster should be locked away. He should receive the full penalty of what he did. It's a crime. He committed an heinous crime. Two, all those officers that were involved in collection of the evidences that led to the exposures of this video, they are called sensitive items. These are supposed to be sensitive items in the course of an investigation. It was not supposed to be made to the public. All those officers that are involved, they are liable. They should be investigated. If found guilty, they should face the punishment. Because the reason why the woman died who committed suicide, they are the reason why she died. They caused it. And further death should be prevented. Women in Guinea, women in Africa, if you're a true woman, I'm not talking of all these feminist brats that doesn't know their head, that I call them headless chickens. Now they won't come out. I've not heard their voice. I've not seen any one of them. I've not heard their voice. They are all those Yole, Doshe, May, Queen May, blah, 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 blah. None of them has come out to speak about this, to stand for this woman, to speak for this woman, for these women. They are still busy celebrating Queen May's victory in divorce in the court. Useless idiots that don't know what they are doing. Jobless fools. This is where you people should be right now. I should have heard your voices first. Fighting for these women. You are not doing that. Sensational faggots. So it's not about you people. All I'm saying, women, go out there. Reasonable, responsible men, go out there in Guinea, seek for justice for these women that have been publicly shamed by the release of this video. And also that this idiot, this monster, this bastard, this Baltasar Ebang should face the full punishment. He should be punished for what's happening to these women now. He's responsible for it. He set up the camera. This is an induced, this is a blackmail. I don't know what section of their law deals with that, but women in Guinea, in Africa, in the world, I want you all to speak up for these women. Guinean government should take action and make sure that these women are protected. They are victims. They are not culprits. They are victims. Yeah, they should lock this man away, okay? They should lock him away. So I've spoken on that, and I hope those that have put out videos and that I never saw it from this perspective. If the video you made suggests in any way and slut shame these women who are victims, please, if you're a responsible vlogger, go down, take down that video and review your video from this standpoint where I am giving you, because that is truly what happened in this case. Okay? Justice. It is not just about flying with the topic so that you want to get views and all that. No. Okay, so that's one. So I will digress now, and then this should be a separate video. What I'm talking about Yola Mayor Doshi, all I've said at the end of the day is that everybody do you. The reason why all of you are so hot on this is because it's on the media, and probably because we're dealing with prominent figures right here. So, but what I'm trying to say, all of you, most of you that are on this internet saying all this rubbish, trying to intervene, supporting whoever you are supporting, your view is your view, okay? Depends on who is sharing your view, okay? But one thing should be clear. At the end of the day, you have to do you, okay? Do you. No one has committed any crime, not you, not me. These are two people involved in something that has their case is not the first. They are not the first people to get divorced. Definitely not even the first prominent people to have a public divorce case. No, not. So why, I don't know why people are trying to kill themselves, insulting people. I see some of these ladies, these fools, these sorry to use the word, but you know, but totally off the hook. Misinformed, miseducated, untrained, uncultured women who will come on the social media and be abusing people just because those people represent a certain opinion. Okay? So at the end of the day, do you. Okay? Those of you that are, I know that most of you will never, you are there in your family. Those of you celebrating women's divorce now, you are probably eating with your husband at this moment. But you are celebrating her success on divorce. Well, it's your thing, do that. But at the end of the day, everybody do you, okay? Do you. Everybody should be happy at the end of the day. Whatever side you represent. I know also most of you women that are doing this, you are jobless. And most of you are just catching cruise, trying to catch views. I mean, those that are vloggers. Because in your immediate neighborhood, community, even your girlfriend might be going through what you are fighting, what your Queen May is going through now, and you are not giving her any help. You are not standing by her. You are not supporting her. You know,
because she's not an important figure. It is only when it comes to Queen May, you know, the womanhood and everything. Meanwhile, maybe probably your sister, your friend, so your neighbor is going through this every day. Probably your neighbor's wife is being beaten, battered every day. You have not even moved a single stone in trying to help her. But you will come to the social media, set up your ring light, and be flying words into the air, speaking for the womanhood, abusing your ancestors. So, on that case, I say congratulations to Queen May. People say, yeah, she was locked up, she was imprisoned in a marriage. If not, why is it now that she's getting all the contracts? She's an influencer. She's getting ambassadorial, this, that. Did May Edochie ever told any one of you that you, Edochie, discouraged her when she tried to do such while she was in the marriage? Did she tell any one of you that in any way? This is the question you should be asking before coming to the conclusion that she was locked up, she's this and that and that. See that she's making progress. Every person, including, should be happy for. Yeah, it's a good thing. Any sane human being should be happy for her. It's a success, a progress. At least for the children, if for nothing. It has nothing to do with you, Edochie. It has nothing to do with it, especially not in the light you people are putting it. So the question is, you should be asking, all those people you see there, all those capitalists that are giving her endorsements left and right, didn't they see her before when she was in her home? Didn't they notice her before to give her those endorsements? Why are they doing it now? Anyway, it's not something to be spread too far. It's not we're gonna see. Yes, we're gonna see. What if neku? Oh, why okay you fed your yes. When everything calm down, we will know who is who. We will know the true friends of her. When the sensation has gone off the media, which is going to happen because the divorce has happened. When everywhere goes quiet, we will know those that are truly endorsing and not endorsing. Yes, because my question is legit. Why they never gave her all those, or did they sought to give her, endorse her, and Yul Edochie stood against it and said, no, you must not endorse. She cannot do any of those. Did that ever happen? So why suddenly now they're doing it? And why are people hyping that she was in prison? Did she ever complain to you? Has May Edochie ever come out to tell anybody that this is the evil, this is what Yul Edochie did to me? He beat me, he locked me up, he never let me do this. Has she ever done that? Or have you ever had the neighbor from anybody portray Yul Edochie as aggressive, abusive, or that kind of wicked, that you people are trying to make him to be, all because he made a choice, which is his right, a choice. It's not a crime. It's a choice. So you jobless fellows now, jobless faggots,
I say jobless because in Nigeria there is no job, and most of you doing this, you are all residing there. So you're not coming out to tell the world what is not. Most of you have spoken more than the May Edochie herself. Most of you have destroyed your home because of this topic. Most of you are facing the same. Your home is broken up now. You're facing that because of this case. You took it on your head. The whole issue, you brought it into your family. You are displaying it. You feed yourself on the internet. You come and display it to your husband. And you too, you gonna. I mean, the consequence is there. Enjoy it when it happens. Okay, I will leave that topic at that. All I say, congratulations to May Edochie. You're free. You gotten the divorce. It's not a bad thing if you seek to live your life anyhow you want to live it. If you don't, it's your choice. I mean, everybody should respect that. I respect that. And then Yul Edochie, all the best too. As long as both of you are happy, wherever you are, with whomever you are, with whatever you're doing, as long as nobody is hurt. All I say is that be good friends to each other to take care of your children. Both of you might not agree again as husband and wife, but as parents, you must agree. You should agree for the sake of your kids. Be nice, be kind to one another. The only difference now is that both of you are no longer in the same confine. You are no longer be exchanging intimate relationship and mutual relation. But one thing you can also still exercise is the friendship. Keep the friendship so that you'll be able to keep your parental role. This is vital. This is my little piece of advice to you and anyone out there that is in this situation. For the sake of your kids, do that. Because if you don't have kids, it will have been any problem. Everybody will have gone their way and will have been forgotten. Just like the exes you had before you got married, you probably don't remember their name again. So, but in this case, for the sake of the children, remain friends, remain nice to one another, remain kind to one another to be able to fulfill that role. You need each other for that role. You don't have to be enemies. No. So respect each other's boundaries and then life goes on, okay? Like I said, congratulations to those that wants to receive the congratulations, and my condolence to those that it is condolence that is due to them. Whichever way, it's all good. I'm your man, Zion Links. Till we meet again. There are topics I would have loved. They say this. Why you don't see me often is because of the busy schedule I have. There are topics I always want to speak on, and then it's piling up. This case, why I have to come with this to discuss this case is because of the seriousness of this case and those involved. I mean, I really feel for those 400 women that are on those tapes. I feel for them, and that's why I felt I have to correct the impression that is being put out there in the media by most people, which is further victimizing them and slut shaming them. This shouldn't be. So they should be given every necessary support so that the case of this suicide that we had, let it remain just this one case. It shouldn't be further escalated. We should give these women support because in this case they are truly victims. Even though what they did is appalling and unexcusable, but we shouldn't further throw the stone. Remember what Christ did when the prostitute ran to him and the people want to stone her to death. Remember what he did. He stood by her, supported her, saved her. Okay, and this is what we should do for these women. These women are not prostitutes anyway in the first place. They probably might have made a bad decision at that point under duress. So I feel for them, and I believe we should do something about it. Help them. Okay, thank you so much. I appreciate. Like I said, I will get back to you with other topics I have. When I have less busy schedule, I will still come and sharp with you on that. So for the meantime, your man Zion Link signing out. See you soon. Be good and do the needful.